the calls.
You'll eventually get the 20% back. That Silver Connect card is going to pay her co-payments. Remicade, I believe, is an injectable, and her hospitalization co-payments. And tell them to turn his Part B on. Merger mania is happening as we speak. I'm sure the brilliant Larry Rifkin has already discussed this topic because he's way smarter than I'll ever be. But I have the insides because I have the emails from the carriers that people cannot have access to. Anthem agrees to buy Cigna. So now, is this really going to happen? $48.5 billion, 48.4, 48.5. It's not 100% done. But the per share price looks to be around $188 per share. They originally tried at around $181, inched up to $183, and then I think they're going to settle on $188 and change. Maybe I think $188 and 50 cents. I can't pinpoint that. But the deal would be worth $188 a share, valuing the deal at $48.4 billion. Now, this is on the merger, piggybacking on the merger between the Aetna and Humana. So they announced that in early July that they were going to merge for $34.1 billion. And you may ask yourself, and there was a phenomenal letter to the editor in the Republican American today by Dr. So-and-so, and he had stated about ICD-10. ICD-9 is the coding we all use right now, and ICD-10 is coming. Why is that coming, and why are electronic medical records happening? All this is the reason for these mergers. All this is the reason the hospitals are merging with larger not hedge fund, but venture capitalist firm that raised money through hospitals such as Tenet, such as the partner out of California that's going to acquire Waterbury Hospital. So for you out there in the insurance non-world, just a regular world, you may ask yourself, how did I get here? No, that's just a great tune. I'm just joking with that. But you may ask yourself, how did all this happen? How did this, how are all these hospitals buying each other? The Affordable Care Act made it mandatory now. So a lot of the hospitals don't have as much non-pay. Even Medicaid is funded by CMS, or Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, or HHS, Health and Human Services. They're all a department of the government. So the money is being funded with tax dollars. Now, the ICD-10 is a particular coding system that will allow more transparency, so CMS, Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, can see how the doctor visit coded the wellness exam. You need to actually see your doctor now more often in order for the doctor to properly get paid. The doctor can no longer not see you on an annual basis or a semi-annual basis and get a proper reimbursement for your checkup. Wellness or preventive is included in all Affordable Care Act plans. I know this is a little boring for you, for some of you seniors. I'll go back to Medicare. But this is important for you city employees that have Cigna, for you commercial people. We went over the applicable large employer, or ALE, the 1095Cs. There's so much filing now that the only way to get paid from, and you think it's actually the carriers, but it's the government, CMS, that is funding the reimbursement rates for the carriers. So Anthem buying Cigna will make them, if it's passed by Congress, will make them one of the largest over United Health Group insurance companies in the country. Now, you know I have to plug them because they're my sponsors and they pay me to do the show. They pay for my commissions. United Healthcare. United Healthcare purchased HealthNet a long time ago. And then they acquired, which was part of their subsidiary, United Healthcare acquired Oxford. Oxford originally acquired MedSpan. MedSpan originally acquired, what was that beautiful little company in the valley? owned by Griffin Hospital. Suburban Health Plan. Yeah, Michael. Suburban Health Plan, Medspan, Oxford United. So these companies it was originally MD Health Plan, then PHS, then HealthNet. So there's been a whole buildup to these large carriers. So the playing field is getting narrowed out there. If you have any questions, 757-1320. I will stop talking about this and move on if nobody has any questions. So you know, if you're a Humana client right now, look in your mailbox for information when Aetna Coventry. It's no longer just Aetna. Aetna Coventry will take over for that.